the oldest calendars known to man? The earliest recorded date is in the Egyptian calendar, at 4,241 years BC, or about 6,241 years ago. The first year of the Jewish calendar, 3760 BC, 5,760 years ago. Even the ancient Chinese calendar is relatively young compared to these dates, 2100 BC. Nothing that man has left behind, cities, writings, books, religions, temples, civilizations, calendars, even boats, nothing is older than about 10,000 years, and most are no older than about 4,500 years old. Nothing that is still living is any older than about 4,700 years old. Now, to be fair to the evolutionists, there are several evolutionary claimed finds of prehistoric tools and living sites of early humans. Such as the Barstow, California site. Evolutionists claim to have found tools over 100,000 years old by scientific means of dating. The first paragraph of this encyclopedia article ends with these words: "The general scientific consensus is that the stones are geofacts. In other words, simply natural stone formations rather than man-made tools." The article then continues. In 1979, James G. Duval and William Thomas Venner published a statistical analysis of the stone objects, stating that they were not modified by man, but rather were form selected by the archaeologists. In other words, the archaeologists wanted them to be stone tools, so they picked only those stones in the area that could even remotely resemble a prehistoric tool. Evolutionists will also tell you that they have skeletal remains of hominids, human ancestors that are hundreds of thousands of years old. Again, these are bone fragments.
And the total number of hominin fossils will no longer fit on a pool table either. Now you'll need a whole pool.
And small bone samples. There's no way to conclusively know these supposed dates. The dates are highly disputed in the scientific community and are speculative dates based upon the predisposed desire by the evolutionist for them to be hundreds of thousands of years old. Short of evidence like this, the evolutionist has no hard, observable evidence of man's existence on Earth prior to about 6,000 to 10,000 years ago. And what does the Bible say? That man has been here about 6,000 to 10,000 years. And then repopulated the earth after the flood, which was about 4,500 to 5,000 years ago. What does the real evidence indicate? Nothing verifiably and directly related to man has been here much longer than about 10,000 years. And most of man's archaeological footprints are not much older than about 5,000 years. So what scientific conclusions could you draw by the evidence that we can observe, catalog, document, and verify? conclusion is that man has been here on Earth no longer than about 10,000 years. And that most of man's greatest accomplishments did not show up until after 5,000 years ago. Both of these scientific, observable, recordable facts line up squarely with the biblical account of the history and record of man. Now, this does not categorically prove that man is only about 10,000 years old at the oldest, but 10,000 years certainly does not even come close to 1.3 million years old, the time period that the evolutionist would have you to believe that man has been on the earth. The creationist is far more scientific in this matter than the evolutionist. But the evolutionist has hoped that you would never see this information presented in a logical, scientific manner, such as this. This is what is called inconvenient science.